Welcome to the Carnival Horizon ship tour. We are going to show you everything about the Horizon today. We're going to walk each deck, and we're on a 6-day cruise to Jamaica and Grand Cayman and Cozumel. So you can always check out my vlog if you want to see more details about that. But let's start with deck 15 over in the Serenity. Okay, deck 15 in the Serenity. I have mixed feelings about this Serenity, but I'll talk about that in a bit. The first things I like is that it's completely separate from the pool deck. You really can't hear any of the Lido music. So if you do want to come up here and just chill, this seems like a really good spot. I love these beds. You could totally fall asleep on these and watch the sail away or a sunset, something like that. And then moving forward, they have a hot tub here on the left. So this is one of 2 hot tubs that they have here. And honestly, it hasn't been too busy. So generally, like if you want a spot, these are pretty open. And there's also like a really great view. It's slightly hanging over the edge, which is always nice. Then they have, just right in front of me here, is the fresh creation. So you can get like salads and some greens and that sort of thing. It's a good little snack place that you don't have to go too far to actually get any food. So this area here is the bar, and I like it for a couple of reasons. Is one, they have all these glass barriers, so you can actually just kind of chill outside of the wind and have a conversation, hang up here for a while. They have draft beer here. I noticed they had like Michelob. I hadn't seen too many bars with actually Michelob on draft. So, and moving over here is the hot tub on the other side. I did notice they have plenty of seating up here, and I love these cushions. Like, they're so thick that you can really just kind of relax. So yeah, as I said, tons of seating. I love these little, not even sure what to call them, but the little chairs with the huts on them. And they seem to have quite a bit of them. They are kind of popular though, so you kind of have to, you know, get there early on a good sea day. Now, the one thing that I have a problem with this Serenity is there's actually no pool. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if that's common on Carnival, but there really is no adult free pool. The thing about that is that, one, we're gonna get into this a bit later, but there's no hot tubs on the Lido. So the main pool is just filled with, you know, kids doing what kids do, right? So you don't have any spot for the adults to just come and relax. And then that brings us out the other end of the Serenity, where they just have more of the same mirrored on both sides. And that's everything for deck 15. This is the only thing on deck 15. Okay, and deck 14 has 2 parts, and they're kind of on the outsides of the ship from one another. But as we come up here, this is where you're gonna get on the sky ride and the ropes course over there. As you can see here, there's the ropes course. I did this on the first sea day, and the sky ride is kind of like I called it like a paddle boat roller coaster, where you kind of just like manually paddle yourself along the track. And they were really fun, actually. I found that it's a little more for kids. It's not as thrilling as the Bolt, but you still get some great views while you're up there, especially, you know, during a sea day. You can really take in an all-around view. Also up here, it's kind of a weird location in my opinion, but they have this like big chessboard. I think that'd be cooler like down on the other deck. This one's like kind of isolated. Then they have these like random mini putt holes here, which we'll talk about the mini putt when we get to the next hole below. But I feel like this is kind of random being up here. The ropes course and the sky ride, they're not scary or anything, so feel free to send the kiddos. You're strapped in, completely safe. They have to be wearing like dry clothes, and there's some lockers before you go in if you have some belongings you want to store. Now, also on deck 14 is the second level of the Cloud9 Spa. We're not going to walk through there, but it's just the barber shop. There's a nail salon, I believe, and then treatment room. So it's very quiet. Feels kind of weird walking in there with the camera right now. People are currently getting massages. But I'll show you the entrance when we get to it on deck 13. Sorry, deck 12. There is no 13. Okay, so we're here on deck 12. This is the water park kids area. So it's called Dr. Seuss's Waterworks, I believe. But yeah, this place is an awesome spot for kids. They have like a ton of little stuff they can do over here. There's a little structure there with the falling water. And then I did these 2 slides on the sea day, and they were a lot of fun. One's with a tube, but the blue one's like much faster. So if you're gonna do one, I would suggest doing the blue one. But yeah, generally pretty good. I always saw it bumping in here. And one of the great things about it is that there's plenty of seating here for adults to watch their kids, but there's also, and I thought this was a really good idea, they have the seats right here so parents can sit there, check what's going on in the pool deck, and then they can just like turn around and keep an eye on their kids at the same time. So I thought that was like really well designed. And then along the top of deck 12, you have all this lounge seating to keep an eye on what's going on the Lido deck and enjoy some ocean views as well. Moving closer into the sports area, I'm walking the wrong way on the jogging track right now, so we have that. They have some mini putt, and I gotta say, as I was mentioning before, I think the mini putt here is kind of weak. It's not like a traditional course. It's just like random mini putt holes everywhere. And yeah, not that great, but that's okay. At least I have something. A couple of things I really like is that they have a pool table up here, and I've never seen that outside before. So that's pretty cool. They have some tic-tac-toe stuff right there. They also have cornhole here, which they've held a few like beanbag toss competitions. Plenty of seating over here. And then, yeah, some more mini golf here, as well as kind of like what I think is like a 4-way table tennis. Not really sure how that's played, but that basically sums it up for the activities area. So let's head on this way towards the sports court. Hi, Carnival Jubilee. I miss you. We went on the Jubilee in February. Okay, so up here on the left is a sports court. Now, one thing I was mentioning before is that I really like how it's fully enclosed. I've noticed like some, like on Royal, for example, it's not fully enclosed all the time. So if they have like volleyball and stuff in here, the ball just like goes flying out of the court. So here it's actually a nice court, and they have like basketball competitions and that kind of thing here. Moving just a little bit, this is mirrored on both sides roughly. There's like a fitness area. I haven't seen a single soul in here, but they have some machines and whatnot. Then there's on the other side, there's a pull-up bar and like an elliptical type thing. Making our way to the aft along the jogging track, the right way this time. Is just basically nothing back here but the jogging track, but you get the great view of the wake and the tide spool area, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, there's nothing back here on this deck. Okay, and then behind the Waterworks, I have the entrance to the Cloud9 Spa. We're not going to venture too far in here, but we'll check out the gym. They have, like, as I was saying before, they had a barbershop, nail salon. They have like a thermal suite. They have saunas, and you can get your massages here, all that kind of stuff. Okay, then through the spa, they have the gym. Don't worry, guys, won't spend too much time here. I mean, who's going to the gym on a cruise, right? No, I'm just kidding. I know some of you do. But they have, yeah, your basic like machines that you'd see at the gym. Like I've seen every one of these machines before. They're fairly common. And they have a free weight section. It doesn't look like they have a bench press or any squat racks or even Smith machine or anything like that. But they got the cardio equipment overlooking the forward. That's kind of nice. But that is it for the gym. There's one last thing I wanted to show you in the spa, and it's through this way. And looks like there could be someone in there, but so I won't go and film them. But they have this relaxation lounge where, oh, there's no one in there. Let's check it out. This is where you can just escape, I think. It's even nice and cool in here and pretty quiet. If you just need a second to get away, it's a good, safe space. Okay, deck 11 starts over top of the Lido. I gotta say, this cruise, the way they have the seating layout, has got to be the best I've seen, or at least the best for me, I should say, because they have a lot of these chairs here that are just looking right over. So if you just want to be kind of in spectator mode and people watch, you have a great view of the Lido, as well as like any activities or like the white party, the rock and glow. But they have it across the whole side. Now that side there is the smoking section, but they have also more chairs down here that are comfortable. So the entire deck is comfortable seating. And then they have, of course, the lounge chairs that people, you know, sometimes turn around and that kind of thing. So yeah, I really liked this deck. I really like the seating. I feel like the ship nailed it. Okay, and inside towards the aft on deck 11, they have the Camp Ocean, which is where all the kids stuff is. But then they have like a cool little access to the clubhouse, which is where all those outdoor games were. Now moving towards the aft, this is going to be the deck above the tides pool area. So they just have some other seating here, which I really like. Looks comfortable. They also have like more seating down there. So if you have groups, like I said before, like this ship did really well. They have comfortable seating all in the shade here, down there, and then there's a continuation of the smoking section down there as well. But then you get a really nice view of the tides pool area again, which is right here. Okay, next is going to be on deck 10. We might as well start here where we left off. So they got 2 hot tubs back here and the tides pool. I really like this area. I didn't spend too much time here this go around, but I do find that these hot tubs kind of turn into kids pools, but it does give you the opportunity to, you know, sit on the back, watch the wake, and just kind of fall asleep, take a nap, hang out, whatever. And I really like the layout of this one because the bar is more centralized here. And I was saying in an earlier vlog that on the Excel class ships that I've been on, it's kind of like tucked away around the corner there, but I like how it's like right there. You probably get better drink service as well. But let's move on down to the actual deck. They have a couple meal options. This is the pizza place. When I came on board, I was really hoping it was going to be big chicken, but the pizza has been really good. And over there on the other side is the seafood shack. So let's go look at that. And here's the seafood shack here. This is an extra cost. When I kind of looked at the menu, it seemed like it could be anywhere from like $8 up to, if you wanted something expensive, like $30 US. Okay, that brings us to the Lido marketplace. I will say that this is one of the better ones I've been to. I went on the celebration and the Jubilee, and I found that the amount of variety of food on this one and the amount of seating was a lot better. So as we walk through, we're coming across a couple of the specialty restaurants. So we have Cucina del Capitano. It's up one deck, so I guess technically it's on one deck higher. And then they have Gigi Asian Kitchen there. So we've done Cucina del Capitano twice, and we really liked it. I highly recommend it. I don't know anything about Gigi Asian Kitchen, but check it out if you're into Asian food. And then, yeah, here's the the Lido Marketplace. And I thought they'd be closed by now because I guess maybe lunch is starting to come out. But I've personally enjoyed all the food so far. And the deli is right here. And I had a grilled ham and cheese and a buffalo chicken sandwich here, and they were both really good. So great alternative free option. So they have this place called the Sweet Spot too, and it's not open right now, but these were like all cakes the other day. They look so good. They also, like in the morning, they'll have like omelet stations and everything over there. You can pour your own beer on tap here too. I didn't give that a try, but I kind of wanted to. And then they have some beverage stations that look like this. And you can just get, water, some juices. This stuff's all included. Coffee, or, I call it mud water, but hey, it's free. Yeah, and they have, like I said, so much seating. This place just keeps on going. There's only like really one more important spot I wanted to show you, and that is where the ice cream is. And here's one of the areas you can get your ice cream. So yeah, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, whatever. The lines were never too long either, so it's usually pretty easy to get. I did say in one of my vlogs that I felt like they didn't have enough hand washing stations. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but I guess my point is they're not obvious enough, or like they don't force you to use them at all, and they're not always like working. So, and the Purell stations weren't always full, so I don't know, kind of an annoyance there, but generally not too big a deal. Hey, that brings us to the Lido deck. Now, kind of a bit to say about the Lido deck. I do really like the amount of seating that they have, and I do love the screen that they do here. It is like always playing movies. They do like maybe 2 or 3 movies a day, and they've been like pretty good ones. My only real complaint about the Lido deck is that they could have put, I guess 2 complaints. They could have put a bigger pool or a second one, and there's no hot tubs on the Lido deck. So what happens, the main pool really gets flooded with too many kids, and it's kind of like madness in there, really. They're playing like Marco Polo and all this kind of stuff. You can't just go sit in the pool and chill. Also, it'd be really great to see, like, yeah, if it was bigger, it could have like those in-water loungers and stuff. And it's just really kind of tiny. I'll show you from like a bird's eye view sort of in a bit, but I do like these little huts that they have with little group seating. That is cool. Another thing I really like is that they have 2 bars here. So they have the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar, which I gotta say I didn't order anything from there, but I do like the idea of having more than just the Red Frog on the pool deck, just because in my experience in the past, the lineups were kind of long. And the other bar, of course, is the Red Frog Rum Bar. I did order drinks from here quite a bit, and yeah, the service was really good. I mean, if you've cruised Carnival before, you're probably familiar with the Red Frog. Now, I do miss that in the celebration on the Jubilee, it's actually a 2-floor, and I feel like they could have made it there, and it would have been a lot better. Again, I really like these different variety of seating options. There can be in the shade, in the sun, whatever. I do like how it's like around a table. You can chat with a group of friends. And on this side down here, we're gonna have Guy's Burger. I don't really like the layout for the guys here because the line kind of, when it's busy, it sort of wraps over into there and it's kind of awkward. But, you know, Guy's Burgers is amazing. We ate here on this cruise 2 or 3 times. And yeah, it's one of my favorite things about the different variety of free options that Carnival has. It's really, I feel like they could charge for Guy's Burgers. It's that good. And down this way, they're gonna have the Blue Iguana Cantina area. So this is where you can get burritos, you can make your own salads, you can get huevos rancheros. This is, in my opinion now, the best breakfast on the ship. I got that advice from you guys, so thank you very much, but I basically get this every morning. They also have, yeah, different kinds of toppings you can do here. So like salsas, you can get guac, lettuce, tomato, onions. And the same thing over at Guy's, right? They're gonna have all different types of sauces from like Guy Fieri and whatnot. Okay, just wrapping up our section about the Lido deck here. And I know you can't have it both ways because they remove all these chairs and they have the most epic white night and rock and glow parties here. And if there was another pool, it wouldn't be as good. So I do get the, I can't have it both ways there, but it would be nice to see either a bigger pool area, like the one pool kind of expanded and also have like a shallow sitting area, and then, or just a second pool, or maybe some hot tubs as well. So decks 9, 8, 7, and 6 are mostly staterooms, but they have a couple things. So on a combination of deck 6 and 7, they have this IMAX theater here. And yeah, so it's the Thrill Theater, and they had like fairly recent movies playing. So they're playing The Crow right now. They're also playing the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. And then they also, yeah, they serve like beer and snacks and that kind of thing. I didn't go in the theater at all, but that's definitely really cool that they have an IMAX theater on the ship. Now right across from the movie theater, as we go kind of up and down here, is the Warehouse and the Circle C Club. Now, the Warehouse is the arcade, and the Circle C Club, I'm not too sure, it's just the teens club, I suppose. I can't really see anything in there. Okay, it's just a teen hangout spot. It doesn't look that good. I mean, they have some TVs and maybe some consoles in there, but nothing crazy as far as I can tell. And then the Warehouse, let's check out the arcade. I like to dabble in a few arcade games here and there. Oh yeah. So many bright lights. Look at this bear. Oh, it's an elephant. Cool. So yeah, oh, that's a big one, King Kong. Oh, it's even got some VR goggles. That's cool. Maybe I should have spent some time in here. They have a big Jurassic Park game and some air hockey. Yeah, so it's kind of small, but I feel like the games are pretty good. Starting in the forward of Deck 5, we have the Liquid Lounge. This is actually the theater, and this is where they did, yeah, all their shows. They did Deal or No Deal, Bingo. This is where all that kind of stuff happens. Okay, then right behind me is the Fun Shop. This was like kind of a weak Fun Shop, in my opinion. It didn't really have anything good. Basically shirts that I've all seen before, and it's not that big. It's combined with this other store called Hip Fish. So I was pretty disappointed. I usually like to pick up a little something, something. But that brings us into the main like promenade area. Now I really like these little feature things that they have. There's another one through the other side. But it just brings a little life, a little energy into this main area. Just speaking about this deck, this is all shops. So you have like your watch shop, jewelry, you have the cherry on top over there, and then that Hip Fish store I was talking about that connects with the fun shops. You also do get a great view of like what's going on down here. And they always have like live music every night here. Like there's usually like a violinist or a guitarist playing there. Now as we go into kind of the second promenade area, and this ship is a bit kind of, things are just tucked away in here. So at first it was kind of hard to find everything, but now it's like really easy. They have the piano bar right here. I haven't gone in here yet, but I still got a couple days. I just walked in earlier to film, but yeah, I like the vibe. It's really nice in here. I haven't really seen it bumping like I've seen it in the past on the Jubilee. But yeah, I think it's a nice little environment here. Moving through, we have Banzai Sushi Teppanyaki. Oh, and to my immediate left, as you can see, where they do the, what's it called? Hibachi. And they do that in there. We did that on the celebration. And it was just kind of too difficult with Kayla's allergies to really make the most of it. But one of the better meals that I've had on a cruise was actually the omakase in the Banzai restaurant. So I highly recommend checking it out. And literally right beside this is the Alchemy Bar. I will say that the Alchemy Bar has been pretty tame from what I've seen in the past. Normally, like I'd seen the bartenders wearing like lab coats. Then again, people have only been on 2 Carnival cruises, so I'm no expert. But they're always like engaging and doing like bartender tricks and that kind of thing. And every time I walk by here, it's just like a pre-dinner cocktail quiet spot on this ship, I think. And then right beside it here is you have another fine dining restaurant, which is the Fahrenheit 555. Now I haven't eaten here before, but I definitely want to try. The thing is, Kayla's a vegetarian, so it usually doesn't make much sense for us to eat here. But yeah, it looks really nice in there. Definitely want to compare it to some of the other cruise steakhouses that I have tried. As we wrap around the Alchemy Bar and we come down this kind of long corridor here, we're going to have the Pixels where you get all your photos. I do like the amount of screens that they have, and they have like these little benches with them so you can like really take your time and pick the photos that you want. It's a really nice photo area. Just a little past that, we have the Pig and Anchor Bar, Flavortown Bar, Pig and Anchor Restaurant. And we had lunch here on one of the sea days, and it was amazing. I definitely recommend checking out the lunch. The dinner is a paid service. But as we come down here, this is where the band plays, right over there. So we haven't come for any of the, they have a Motown party on this ship, and we haven't caught that yet. There's just always something going on. But it's very big. And as we move out here, this is where, if this door works, it says don't push, but we're gonna push it. It's not working. And as we come out here, not only do you have like a huge restaurant area here, but you also have the outdoor barbecue lunch spot for the Pig and Anchor. And as I said, this was really good, but let's take a look at some of the stuff that they have. So it looks like they have, yeah, pork butt, mac and cheese, blue ribbon chicken, smoked beef, baked beans, all really good. But this is where you're gonna come and get that lunch. Coming back through the Flavortown, I did get, I haven't gotten any drinks here, but when I was on the Jubilee and Celebration, I would get they had this really good Bloody Mary that I'd love to get in the mornings. So if they have that here, make sure to check it out. It comes with like bacon and everything. It's incredible. As we keep moving our way down, this is going to bring us to the famous Java Blue, where you get all your specialty coffees and some donuts and muffins. Those are paid. They're about $4 each. But yeah, one thing I was missing here is they don't have your average Joe kind of drinking station here. I feel like right here, where it says like Carnival Insider, they could have put like just a regular coffee station here. Kind of makes sense to me, but it's not there. Just past Java Blue, we have Ocean Plaza. Now, I discovered this not only like a day or two ago, all the way through my cruise. It's way back here on the ship. But this is where like all the karaoke, and they do some game shows here. So, and karaoke is like always bumping here. Then they have another bar here before we enter into the Havana area. Now, we did a beer pong tournament in the Havana bar last night, and that was a lot of fun. I met some cool people, but I haven't spent too much time in the Havana bar other than that. Now, I love the vibe of the Havana bar. What I really liked about this one is that the band stage here is in the middle. So there's seating, like 360 seating around the band as they play. And it just creates a nice like immersive atmosphere. Then they have like all these tables. I'm sure like if there's like a Latin party or something going on in here, they probably clear these tables and have a nice big dance floor here. But then you have the Havana bar. And this area I can't go because I'm not a Havana member, but this is like the aft pool I'm really jealous of. I don't know if you can tell, but that's for Havana members only. You need a wristband to get through, but I wish that was like open to the public. On deck 4, we have the Meridian restaurant. So as we walk through this, yeah, I really like the light fixtures. It generally like is a really pretty restaurant. I think they should have made it more timeless with like less reds, but generally I think it's really nice. I like the light fixtures there too. There's also like, it's probably not coming out too well on the camera, but there's like a cool little art piece there. And yeah, we didn't eat here at all in this because I am cruising solo right now. I just didn't want to eat by myself in the dining room. But here's a nice big look. This is a combination of, yeah, deck 4 and deck 3. Okay, as we move down into the lower promenade, still on deck 4, we have the Limelight Lounge right here. See if the door's open. Yep. So this is, they actually refer to this place as the Punchliner Comedy Club on this ship as well. It's not like when I was on a XL class where they had a separate one, but this is where they do, this is where the nightclub is, and this is where the comedy takes place. I did find it really weird that there is no bar in here, and it's kind of weird to have no bar in a comedy club and a nightclub. I bet you the comics don't really like that either, because generally they want their guests to be liquored up a little bit. But yeah, I think it's a nice space, and I bet you at night when it's all dark and the lights are going, it's probably pretty cool in here. And we're still walking our way through the lower promenade, and then they have the Skybox bar. Now, I've been meaning to get here and just enjoy some sports and have a pint, but I haven't made my way here yet, but I really like the idea of it. See, they have a like 4 TV screens makes up like 1 screen, so and they have like 4 of them, so 16 TVs. And then great seating, great kind of booth style seating. And then I just love the like the ticker along the top. Really cool vibe in here. One thing that I thought was cool, and I haven't seen this in action yet, but they have this like electronic Texas Hold'em thing here, table. So yeah, I don't know if this is like money or what's involved. Okay, for all you casino goers, we've made it. We're in the Horizon Casino. I've spent some time here. They have a smoking and non-smoking section and just a ton of different kinds of slots. I mean, if you've been on a Carnival cruise before, you'll probably recognize some of these and be able to pick out some of your favorites. But I found it always busy in here, but not overwhelmingly so, which is great. You could always get kind of whatever you wanted. One thing I really liked was the amount of tables here. So let's whip on over to all the tables. Now they have a craps table, which I like, and then they have a full line of tables down there. And yeah, normally I've been on some cruises where you couldn't even get a seat at a blackjack, but I think they have more than enough. They've even got these like cool little light up spinner things that I don't know the purpose of those are, but it seems like they got more than enough space for all you gamblers out there. I did get in on this cruise on a casino offer, so I didn't get any drinks or anything. I'm not that big of a gambler, but I think I got 300 points, and they gave me this room for free, but like I had to pay taxes and port fees and whatnot, so it doesn't take that much money to get that. Okay, and that is pretty much it for the casino. One thing that's kind of a miss is their bar area for this casino. It seems more of it's like a, when I asked the staff about it, it's like more of a pantry style setup where they take drinks out of it and they'll serve it to you. But it's not like a bar where you go sit at. It was closed right now. I couldn't see, it was behind some doors, so I couldn't verify that, but it seems like not having a bar area there is kind of a mistake. Then back in the atrium area in deck 4, they have a liquor and tobacco store on this side, and Invicta watch store over here on this side. And if I just look around quickly, there's another store there and another store over there. So lots of shopping here. One thing I liked about this deck in the atrium area was these little chair setups. If you have a large group, this is a great place just to come and chat and also get the vibe from the atrium area and the music playing. And they have some comfortable seating here and another tuck-in over there. So yeah, like it a lot. Okay, walking down onto deck 3. We are almost there, guys. But this is what brings us to the actual atrium area. So this is where you can get some drinks, hang out. You can watch the musicians that are going to be playing right there basically every night. And you have guest services over there to handle any kind of problems that you may have. Then they have the, oh, it says Reflection Restaurant. So the top one said Meridian. So I wonder if this is any different, but it's closed right now. But this is another restaurant area. This will have, yeah, tons of seating. I like this little area here with those little benches and then those stools, sorry, and then that little wraparound seating. That's nice. And then over here you have your Carnival Adventures where you get all your excursions, and they have a computer here for you to use if you need one. Okay, and I just want to show you that they have these destination elevators. So you click this screen and then you can pick the deck you want. So if I wanted deck 3, it says car queue, and then car queue is flashing, and then you go over here and wait for your elevator. I gotta say, I don't really understand the purpose of these destination elevators. This is how I thought it would go. I would press 11 and then it would go only to 11. But anyone who presses anything, so if I were to sit there and press like deck 2, deck 3, deck 4, deck 5, it would go to every single one of those. So all it does to me is it takes away the ability to press buttons once you're already inside the elevator. So it actually doesn't really speed anything up. So I don't get it. Someone can please let me know. Well, that concludes the Carnival Horizon ship tour. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe, follow along. I did a 6-day Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel vlog for you guys. So if you have a Carnival Horizon cruise coming up, you're gonna wanna subscribe or check out those videos because it'll give you much more details about what the ship is like. But that's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a good one.